enough before the kindergarten appears, but it seems like I'm out of luck. Okay, so this morning we're still speaking about trials, and we're going to read James 1, verse 2. And it says, "Consider it wholly joyful, my brethren, whenever you are enveloped in or encounter trials of any sort or fall into various temptations." And then in verse 3 it says, because it produces quite a few things. King James says, "My brethren, count it all joy when you fall into diverse temptations." Now, a friend sent me a stream or a preaching from Charis Bible College. It's Andrew Womack, the college from them. And this preacher was speaking also on the testing and the various kinds of testing. I haven't finished reading or listening to it, but I might even borrow a few things that he said, because it is so in line with what we are saying, but he expanded quite a bit. Now, I want to speak about the joy. Now, he's saying, count it a joy, whatever the trial. So, whether the test is from God or whether the temptation or the test, depending on the words you want to use, is coming from the devil, from the enemy, from Satan. Because he says, whatever the various diverse temptations you can fall into or the trials that you can fall into, he says, count it a joy, because the Spirit of God will be revealed, the faith of God will be revealed through you as you turn to Jesus. I was just thinking, is it 1 Corinthians 3, the end of it, that says that, when we experience suffering and that kind of thing, he says it is turned that our small suffering, and he's basically put it in like that. He says, doesn't matter how big it is, the suffering that you are going through will produce an everlasting weight of glory as we turn to Jesus. Okay, so again, in any trial, like I said before, when we experience a trial or temptation, the point is not to go and sit and say, oh, this is maybe from God, so I can do nothing about it. No, it is for your faith to be tested. The point is that you have to act in any case. So this is what this other preacher was also saying, and so I so enjoyed it. He said that our testing from God is always to promote us. And even if the enemy is the one who tests us, God will use it for good. So God will use that situation and say, let's turn it around and use this testing again for good, for you to be promoted. But the thing is you need to engage your faith. Like, I mean, how many people do you know that go through trials and temptations, whether it was from God or not, and they just worst off in the end? There's no glory revealed, there's no new fruit, there's no promotion, nothing came from that. It's because they did not engage their faith. And the example he used, he says, look at the 10 talents. The guy who said, yes, 10 talents, yes, 5 talents, yes, 1 talent, do with it. Woeker met jou talente, the Afrikaans expression, do with it something. And then when the owner came back, the guy with the 10 talents said, listen, I invested and I have back double. The guy with the 5, the same. But then the one with the 1 talent said, no, I was scared. I buried it. Okay, and isn't that exactly the thing? He buried it. He didn't engage his faith. And he says that is the kind of test that God gives us, is to say, listen, I'm going to bless you. I'm just giving this to you. I'm just giving these talents to you, the money, whatever. It can be physical talents, or natural talents as well, to be able to do something. I'm just blessing you with that. What are you going to do with that? And the guy with the 1 talent that didn't engage his faith, that didn't do anything with it, what did he in the end happen? It went to the guy with the 10 talents. So the thing is, we can count any trial with joy. Not because of the actual trial. It's not a joyful thing to go through a trial. But we can, if we have eyes that can see the outcome, if we have eyes that can see what Jesus did for us, and that we can draw from that, from the Spirit, engage our faith to get out of it, then the things, the endurance, the steadfastness, and all those things, the patience will be will be shown in our lives. So the fruit of the Spirit will be produced. So promotion is not always just money, but it is the character of God living through us. So I'm telling you today, whatever you go through, have eyes to see where you will end up so that you do not get stuck just with Him and never engage your faith to get out where you need to be and be promoted and be enlarged and have greater capacity and all of the good things that what God wants to do in your life. I hope this bless you. Bye.